This is Peden's Cave on the Craigie Hills in South Ayrshire. It's first recorded in the 19th century Ordnance Survey maps, and it's certainly known that in 1665 the Covenanter minister Alexander Peden held a conventicle on these remote hills. It's also possible that the shape of the entrance to the shelter, which looks a bit like a Gothic arch, may have created the idea in people's minds in the first place. This is the view looking towards Camp Castle Farm, now a ruin. Slightly to the right of it, on the knoll, stood an Iron Age Broch at one time, excavated in the 1960s. Covenanters believed that only God could lead the church, not the monarch. As a result of this, the Covenanting ministers were forced out of their churches, and they had to hold their meetings, called conventicles, in the open air. They were constantly at risk of being caught by the king's troops. There are many examples of atrocities carried out against them. Alexander Peden spent many years preaching at conventicles, managing to avoid the king's troops. He died a natural death and was first buried at Auchinleck and finally buried at Cumnock. Alexander Peden hid in another cave at Auchin Bay near Ochiltree. This is a more substantial one. This whole area is rich in archaeology. Craigie Castle once had a watchtower standing nearby, and the knoll to the right is surrounded by stones and is known as Craigie Fort.